Hello everyone, my name is Nicoya, and this is Kentucky Route Zero. Today we are continuing our journey at the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Yay! So we haven't talked to Blue in a while. Let's go say hi. Hi Blue. Got the time, Blue? Hey, you see that cat over there? Ooh, there's a cat over there, isn't there? Looks like she just washed up. I think she eats some bread. I'm not sure if you feed cats bread. I mean, they're kind of carnivores, just saying. But it does look a little wet and bedraggled. I bet she swam, haha. Or, where do you think she came from? Well, if she just washed up, naturally she probably would have swam, or at least bobbed along floating. Or maybe she just walked along the bottom, I don't know. But the more useful question would be, where do you think she came from? Blue doesn't know. But do know we're going to reception. Reception bell. So I seem to recall that my cursor doesn't actually show up in these videos. So if you want to know what the cursor looks like, it looks exactly like that, except flipped horizontally. And it's white, not green. It's a pretty neat cursor. I love the ambient sounds and everything. It's just perfect. Hey, Lula. How's it going? Here you are. Marianne has the rest of the evening off, so I'm minding the desk. You're not too busy? Any word on the address? Nice place. I feel like we shouldn't waste someone's time when they're helping us with, small talk and etc. etc. Let's just cut straight to the chase. The results just came in by courier. Good news! Donald and his assistants were able to sort through the noise. Yay! I had Rick cross-reference the results against some of our records. He found a corresponding mail stop on the Echo River route. As it happens, the night ferry is scheduled to make its stop here shortly. The ferryman carries all the mail and collects the garbage as well. I'm sure you can catch a ride out that way. Sure, with, mail and garbage. I love mail and garbage. It's the most awesome thing in the world. You're welcome to wait here. I have to get back to packing. Alright. Are you going somewhere? Or thanks for the help? Well, I wouldn't want to end this conversation too quickly. I might. I'm feeling impulsive, and I'd like to be ready. Well, that's a good reason, that's as good a reason as any as I could imagine to be packed. Certainly. You always have to be prepared for those late night, wanderlusts, I guess. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. They still have one of my sculptures in the museum down there. Did you know? Big, ugly iron thing. Time to have it scrapped anyway. Oh. Don't say that. Safe travels. Try to stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks, and deep. Yeah, I should talk to that cat about that. I wonder if I can talk to that cat. Nope. Can I go down the stairs? Nope. Well, not much to do over here. Except wait. Really? Is that all I can do? Can't go down these stairs, can I? Nope. Alright. Might as well just... Strangest noises. I wonder if the bears are still upstairs. Were they in this one? I think they were. But... Oh, yes, it's her. She's making the noise. How long do we have to wait? Oh, who knows. You look. Alright, what happened? What? Nothing. Up to you. Alright. It's okay. You can tell him. It doesn't matter anymore. Fine. So, we were in that graveyard. Well, that was a short one. I think I'm going to do 2 scenes in this one. Where the strangers come from. Ooh. Back in the graveyard. Ominous, misty, Mysterious. So I might as well take a moment to explain. Actually, am I supposed to be moving here? Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking I was just waiting for something to happen. But I'm just retarded. See you in a moment. Sorry, getting over a cold. Also getting over being run over by a car. Two different stories, thankfully not related. But hasn't been a great few weeks, which is why it's kind of late after my last video. So now you know. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside, or it's muddy. Conway? It's muddy is not a useful thing to say right now. I guess. I want to stay outside. Why? Or, okay. Kids are kids. Don't leave them outside. Junebug will stay with them. Works for me. You can look for lizards. In the mud, no doubt. Okay, we'll make it quick. Have fun, Ezra. Don't mind us. We'll just go in the spooky church. I feel like the Scooby-Doo theme should be playing right now. Dee 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 dee. Oh, I can sit. Or I can look at the floor. Fascinating. Oh, let's look at the floor. Church floor is cold metal, scuffed and flexed by unknown boot heels. Cold metal floor in a church? Okay, that's kind of weird. Very weird. Anything to look at over here? Ooh, a still. Hot damn, son. Ooh, and stuff outside. Maybe? Possibly? I wonder how far this is going to rotate. Now let's have a look at the still. Handmade apparatus for production of moonshine, assembled from scavenged metal and natural materials. Well, that'll probably explain why the roof's burned down. So how far does this rotate? Not far. Okay. Well, let's just have a sit. Not much else to do. I don't know what I expected. The strangers, he kept saying. Another dead end. Well, I'm not finding anything useful here, other than moonshine. Yeah, I'm starting to think that's our song. Well, it might be Junebug's song. Listen, earlier in the mine, I didn't want to talk about it, but you don't have to talk about it. What did you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she's on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through the channel to check the saturation. She was just there. It was kind of horrible. I mean, I told you she disappeared, suddenly ran away, but we thought was she dead? You thought she was dead? What was she doing on TV? Well, let's not cover the obvious. That's the part I can't. I'd flipped past the channel a dozen times before in my test. There's one of those public access things. Some old lady reading poetry. Yeah, it sounds like public access. And then, the next time I flipped to channel 2, Weaver. It's burned in my vision now. She's standing in a room. The walls are blank, kind of gray. There's tape on the walls, like markings, and desks. A classroom, maybe? The camera is in the corner, so it's a sort of 45-degree angle into the room. And there's Weaver right there, and there's Weaver right in the center of the picture. Man, I'm having trouble reading today. Oy, long day. I stopped turning the dial. Hell, I think I stopped breathing. Eventually, she spoke, but there was no real sound, just this awful hum. I read the closed caption. Well, good thing for closed captions. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there. I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted, fuzzy. Thank you for that cough in the sleeve. That was very convenient for me. It's so dusty in here, right? Yeah, real dusty, or I hadn't noticed. How can you not notice that dust? It's very dusty. You'd think, with all these holes in the ceiling... What the hell was that? Did you hear that? Must have been the church settling, or we should check outside. Well, there's nothing useful to do inside, so we should... Oh. Well then. That's a thing. God damn, I love the graphics in this game. Is this just a thing that bones do in this game? They kind of like glow and flicker? Because my leg and that entire skeleton, just, you know, I don't want to be like an anti-skelite or something, but what the hell, I'm the skeleton now. Yep. Can I go down here? Ooh, I can. Yeah, screw you guys, I'm out of here. Yeah, that actually, sorry. Never mind. Hello, visitors. I'm a skeleton. The hell? The stranger activates the tape player slung on his shoulder. A crackly drawl echoes in the room. It is patient and sounds like it should be smiling. Doolittle. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. Well, yeah, you got 3 feet. Not really 4 feet for 2 people, but yeah, well, we'll go with it. I guess you're here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. What's this job? We're actually looking for some information about an old computer. Do you know how to get to the bureau from here? We're already at the bureau. Technically, in the future, which is in the past, which happened, and this is a flashback, so I don't think we need to know how to get to the bureau, unless this is one of those paradox loops where, yeah, well, I'll be happy to make a little money. Certainly, I'll tell you everything you need to know. I've only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. Hopefully not becoming a skeleton who talks at people who are in the wrong place. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher, show you the trucks, get you familiarized. We can converse as we go. Hey, maybe that's me in the future, and like it's just like Conway's whole skeleton happens to be glowing, and he's lost his leg, and then he loses other bits. As I don't know. What is this place? Oh, it's working. Yay! Still recording. I hope this doesn't screw up. I'm going to pause this and resume it just right now, just in case. So, wish me luck. And we're back, I hope. So, if this video is completely fucked up, I apologize. I do not have a backup of this save, so we're just going to have to go with it. What is this place? Well, it's not an old church or some kind of factory. Still kind of looks like a church. Some kind of factory, perhaps? Yeah, maybe. But for what? Why hidden away like this? Why wouldn't they put the moonshine down here? What's that smell? Like bread. Baking bread? Oh, they're brewing. Really clearly. Please, follow me. You can degauss this. I'm not sure if that's an impolite thing to do. This game. I have to ask you to step in here a moment. This is for your safety, and adjust your outfits just a bit. There's some protective headwear up on the wall back there. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. I'm not taking off my shoes. We don't wear glasses. Let's not be combative. So that won't be an issue. Well, do us a favor and put on the headwear anyway. Just this way. I mean, they'd only get 3 shoes. Hard hats. That's a good idea. I hope real skeletons don't do that. That'd be, like, really awkward. Ooh, a choice. Do I go down or do I go across? Well, I've seen a cross. Let's go down. I have no idea if this is one of those decision points in the game that makes a difference, or if there are any whatsoever. Ooh, let's look at the shuttle. Here's the fleet. Haha! They don't look like trucks to me. Oh, we just use these to get around internally. Naturally. How big is this place? What do you do here? Both pressing questions, but I think I want to know what you do here. Oh, I'm a copywriter. Text on bottles and flyers, ad copy, that sort of thing. Well, naturally. Discerning shades and heartsick lovers have long known the taste of hard times and held it in favor over all other spirits. That was one of mine. So they make booze. So, the trucks are just east of ways and shipping. You can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder if you see something that catches your eye. Always happy to show off the facility's sublime machinery. I'll stop that. Well, guess we're going to shipping. You know, I'm just gonna throw this out here, but probably could have walked that. Here it is. Now I have to ask, as a matter of course, what kind of experience do you have driving trucks? I drove deliveries for an antique shop until his last run. I used to drive long hauls. Well, let's be specific. Aha, precious cargo. You'll do just fine. And you can drive safely, can't you? Well, of course. I haven't any doubt now. It's only after what happened with Miguel this evening. What happened with Miguel this evening? I've been driving all my life, for better or worse. I think it's more important to steer the conversation this way. Well, the dust is still clearing, of course. Perhaps he closed his eyes for the moment, or simply hit a curve too devilish. Ooh, those devilish curves. I do pity ill-fated Miguel. He was good company, and slow to anger, but if we're speaking confidentially, well, with all that lost product to be repaid, bourbon and glass dashed across the interstate, and a few casks too, we're all just thankful he had no next of kin. So, let's see if we can ring up the dispatcher. Doodle starts the truck and switches on the CB radio. A deep, monotonous voice drones from the dashboard speaker. 1020 on that load, come back. Up in the Hummingbird Cave, 1012, City Kitty. This is a good time, dispatch. We may have found Miguel's replacement. Thought you might like to get acquainted. 10-9, come again. Introduce yourself. Hello, pleased to meet you. Well, let's be friendly. Tell the dispatch something impressive about yourself. They're very well regarded here. I guess I could drive a truck like this. I'm not really here for a job. You folks know anything about a moldy old computer? Nah, I guess you can't go truck driving, so I might as well just ask about the computer. 99 wheel holder, gotta pay the water bill. So. I'm certain they'll call back before long. Let's take a look around the truck, eh? Yeah, that wasn't very useful. Wipers, headlights, tire, back. Well, let's look at the wipers. They're important. Control the wipers with this knob here. Do fill with control. And those are wipers. They seem to have decent torque to them, eh? Can't say how they fare in an ice storm, but we must never delay a shipment. Better to assume the risk. Folks, watch the weather closely. Always clear skies down here. I wouldn't know it if I saw it. Too many years of climate control. Have I mentioned I rarely ever leave our facility? I wouldn't know the rain if it drowned me. I'm sure the wipers are fine. I ditched class for the day to drive in the rain. It was pointless to stay. I'll review. He was a lost cause, and she didn't need it anyway. She was smart, or it was time to cut out. She day for that, though. 83 and biblical flood. They went to see a movie, they went to a bar. Bar in the rain? I'd rather see a movie in the rain. It was some anonymous swashbuckler film about real men and women. Real tights, real lips, fake blood. They brought a flask. They smoked cigarettes, drank awful hooch, whistled buckets of rain. She sang about someone she wanted once to have loved. Brown hair curled around her ear. She had a voice like Scotch whiskey. Poured another drink? Yeah, hell yeah, they did. And another and another. She worried it was getting dark out. Then it was getting light out. They ended up in someone else's field, in someone else's car. An early morning joyride and a sunrise collision. She got on the bus, and he hiked back to his car. He sat in his car and went over some options. Chicago, Toronto, Barrow. Seemed like a bold and impulsive gesture at the time. As he pulled out of the parking lot, he removed his hands from the steering wheel for a moment and felt the car drift into a decision. Years later, he'd think of this as the moment he himself started drifting. Modest technology, but suited to the job, eh? Plenty good enough. Oh, yes, quite. Man, this is a longer scene. Headlights work fine, see? Fiddle with the controls. That's important. Most of our product goes out at night. You never know who you'll run into in the daylight, and dusk can be treacherously misleading with all that indirect light. Magic hour, eh? Drivers sleep in the day, then. Sure, those that are asleep. Miguel pulled an extra day shifts when he could. Sometimes he helped me, you know. Sometimes over in bottling. He shouldn't have been out driving at dusk. Weird shadows, soft light, dangerous. Headlight look pretty okay. Conway had to get off the highway. Too loud, too murky. He turned off into some gray cornfield in Indiana. Empties rattled under the passenger seat. He watched traffic and birds. Important to watch traffic and birds. Seeing those migrations close up, they looked random. He thought about the load trailer, thousands of plastic cups. Somebody wanted those cups of rock for that night. It wasn't going to happen, or it was pointless. Yeah, plastic cups, come on, man. So, moving on. This is fascinating. Oh, sure, I know you want to look, kick the tires, that's the thing we do, isn't it? As though our knees could exert the kind of force these tires see out there on the road. We're more likely to hurt ourselves. Isn't that the way? Tires look fine? Sure, the big machines, but they can be fragile. True enough. Absolutely. A truck deserves care and fearful respect, like a glass elephant. Miguel was a good driver, but he didn't have that quality of deference. What kind of man was Miguel? Or Conway sat in a dim room full of folding chairs. The walls and ceiling were painted with old smoke. Someone read from a book. He drank coffee, as it is. He listened. He was just waiting for it to be over. A few others shared. They spoke in abstractions like a program of action, a good orderly direction, spiritual but not religious, religious but not spiritual, all the things we tried. Then it was over. They clasped sweaty hands through a short prayer and stepped back out into the morning. He knew it was time to hit the bar, or he started walking. That sounded like an AA meeting, so yeah. He was always walking these days. It's good to slow down. It felt clarifying, like a walking meditation. The road ran by a creek for a while. He took an unforeseen detour where the creek and road parted. Following along the edge of the water, he skipped a few stones alone, then stopped to consider an overturned boat. It was a kind of serenity, that wandering, looking without purpose. He was coming to rely on those moments. Now, what else can we show you? Well, how about the back, I guess. Back's important. Looks like it's just about ready to go out. We have some good strong folks in shipping here, so you never need to worry about loading if you don't want to. Bit hard on the knees and back at your age, eh? Yeah, especially with one of my knees is glowing. Of course, you'll have to unload at the destination, but that's the job. Since some drivers like the extra shift stacking and loading here, did Miguel load his own trucks? I shouldn't really do any lifting these days. I see. Well, surely we can spare a dolly and carrying strap for our health and safety. Sounds like a lot of work around here. Conway woke up on baled hay. Everything was too bright. His head hurt, the usual. Lisette and Ira argued loudly just outside the open barn door. She wanted Ira to take him inside and shower, have some coffee, get the job. Ira said there wasn't time. Conway was in no condition. It was an important job. They couldn't put it off. Ira said to let the deadbeat sleep it off and then send him packing. He said Charlie could do the job. Conway closed his eyes, or Conway stepped out of the barn, shielding his eyes. Yeah, sounds like a little better thing to do. He tried to say something reassuring, but just sort of stumbled around it. Kind of like I am today. Excuse me. Lisette looked away. Iris just spat and went inside to wake Charlie. Ira was a stubborn man, so Charlie went along and Conway drifted out again. He didn't hear about the accident until months later. So, what's next? Guess back to the radio. Truck's radio crackles back to life. Ooh, crackly. Driver, come back. Ah, there's dispatch. Now, tell them about your experience. Tell them the truck's in good shape. Tell them you'll start in the morning. I've been driving for a number of years. Truck looks good. Really can't. Yeah, we're kind of busy. Yeah, got to finish this delivery in a few. 10:33 dispatch. Got 2 black eyes and a flood of crocodiles. Come back. Flock of crocodiles, sorry. 10-4, back it down. Prick your eyelids, driver. Come back, Lem. 10-4. Come back, wheel holder. 10-4. Yeah, you haven't done this shit. Dispatch is addressing you. Well, I'm not addressing them. He's here, dispatch. Got your ears on? Good. Listen to this. Silence. Oh, that's nice. So, I think that went well. Let's head back up to logistics. Seal the deal, eh? And I've got one more thing to show you. I know I said I'd stop, but I ain't gonna stop. Park. Ah, yes. Be a little more obvious if it said logistics and not park, but I'll take it. Ah, I love the graphics in this game. Let's head back upstairs, eh? I have one more thing to show you. Wait, we only came here looking for some answers about this stupid moldy computer. Oh, the old man in his cave with the moldy computer. That black mold is drawn to whiskey. Feeds on the ethanol fumes, you see? As we age the whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates into the air. The angels share. It goes through the vents here and out into the caves. If we can scrape up that mold, we can usually apply some pressure and cold to it, squeeze and condense the angel share back into drinkable whiskey. Ugh. Oh, that... Not sure you should be doing that. The every drop counts when you're making a living on the stuff, so we just go down and scrape it off his equipment, just like any other place it grows. He kept sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid. Truly paranoid. Well, now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting mold. Since we stopped going down there, I'm sure the mold's gotten pretty thick. Try cleaning off the timing crystal. That'll get you going. I'm sure of it. So, join me upstairs? Well, don't mind if I do. You're very helpful after all. Into logistics. Where am I going in logistics? Right over here. Ooh, hello. Oh, first I want to look over here. Yeah, can't go over there. Alright. People. Hello, people. Wow, check this stuff out. Must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. How do you think they keep it like that? You really like old electronics. Yeah, make it about Shannon. Yeah, I've got it bad. Haha. That's why I got into this business, to keep old stuff like this running. Seems like such a shame to let it just fall into ruin, you know? Like that computer back in the cave. Xanadu. Decades of engineering, thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy, all petrified into living stone. How could you just let that fall apart? Because it sucks way too much power. That's how. Oh, hi Earl. This is Earl. He used to be a beekeeper. Borrowed some used casts to store the hives, but the interest accrued more quickly than the honey. Now he works for us here in logistics. That sounds not quite legal. Like, you know... Am I supposed to be, like, talking to these people more? I'm not sure. This sort of just trailed off. Can we go over here yet? No, not really. I'm slightly confused. Well, Anyways, seems like we're done here. Possibly. Ah, there we go. If you don't mind... Oh, gotta return the hard hats. Oh, vending machine. Hello. Here it is. A beauty, wouldn't you say? It's an antique, you know? What is it? Oh, come on, Shannon. Even I know what an adding machine is. Why, it's an adding machine. This is where we come for a daily ritual, to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. I usually do so at the beginning of my shift, so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Yes, I believe you'll do well here, sir. Happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired. Wait, we can't. It's customary here to start each day with a shift drink. Let's make it special. Mark the occasion. This is the top shelf stuff now. Single barrel. He doesn't... Down the hatch. Vina Memoria Mors. I should probably look up what that means. Looks like wine, memory, and something. Don't know. Oh, hello, people. Oh, it's Junebug in. My cursor is moving on its own towards the drink. That's interesting. Well, guess they didn't have much choice about that. Decent enough. Welcome aboard. It's not working for you. We have to get back to this. He has a delivery to make. What's this? Not working? Are you turning down this opportunity? Damn right I am. She's right. I have to make this, I'm disappointed. And I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem. As I indicated, this is top shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. It's not your first shift drink. Well, then there's the matter of this tour just now. My time and experience are billed at quite the premium. This is not good for you, my friend. You're in quite deep. By my back of the envelope estimations, well, we have that in common, I suppose, all of us. Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to work this off somehow. It's just the way of it. What's happening right now? You can start tomorrow. Take the time to settle your affairs, of course. The interest begins to compound immediately, and, well, we'll go over the formula when you get here. I should get back to work. See you tomorrow, then. Yeah, I'm totally coming back. No, I'm not. But this looks like a good place to stop. Almost. So, I guess you start in the morning. Oh, okay. Well, I guess. I'm confused. Ezra, so am I. It's just the way these things go, kid. Huh. Well, it still gives a few hours to roam, right? Where's the ferry? Where's that ferry? I believe it's right there. This looks like it's going to be the end of the chapter. Conway looks a little world weary. Also, that looks more like a tugboat than a ferry. With Mammoth on it. Of course! It's a Mammoth ferry. Now it's the end of the chapter, right? Right. End of Act 3. Woohoo! Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'd like to remind you to like, comment, fave, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Actually, I'm going to see you in a little while because Act 4 is not out yet. So, in the meantime, if you want to suggest a game for me to play, I'd be happy to play it. You know, assuming I'm actually interested in playing it, and it's on my Steam, and so on and so forth. But, yeah, make sure you leave a comment, like, comment, fave, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.